HaWah. Hey, shout out to the Bowmans, man. Can I just shout out to the family, man, to the Bowmans, man. All the Chatfields and them, man. Nah, man, just digging on these royals, man. If your last name is Bowman, the Bowers, man, the Chatfields, I want you to know that you ain't wearing no slave master name. I want you to know that they came over here and stole your family names. Now, why would they call you the Bowmans, Bowman? And my sisters know how to, target that bow too. We got some sister shooters. We got some male shooters, man. The shooters, man. And it's crazy how all this translates to the streets. And, they got us all in our base frequency right now. But we getting it together, man. We driving up. We asking the tough questions. Can these knockers and these knockers unite? You know what I mean? Um, it's not like a corny thing to talk about something that affects your grandchildren and your children. It's not corny to say, hey, if I'm not around to fight this is war gonna fall on them and people I love. It's something I do gonna come back on somebody I love. Like, you know what I mean? This is a cycle of hatred. You know what I mean? Can it end any other way, or can it be a new beginning? You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to, man, big homie here, Craze, man, out there, man, for the Menlos, man, and the big OG. His OG, man, they got, big history they breaking down. Shout out to Street TV, fair use, fair use. I just got inspired. I just wanted to share a piece of this and just, just feel the vibration, because, again, not everybody's going to be for, making no type of positivities, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like uncool, like they've been trying to brainwash us. Like, it's not cool to talk about being positive. Like, all the clicks, if you want the clicks on the internet, you need to talk about violence. You got to talk about all your beef, all your conflict. And I like how he got the OG with him, man. Because the OG, is able to, really put it in a in a vibration where it's family. He's like, man, we in the Menlos, the Hoovers over there, but the Hoovers, that's all family. But today, they were rocking around, everybody trying to, you know, be on each other, but it's like, it's all family. If you're talking Inglewood family, if you're talking 6 O's, that's a couple streets apart, man. Like, you just talking family, one's red, one's blue. He gonna even talk about, man, watch this full interview, man. He gonna even talk about when they had to, choose if they're gonna be Crip or Blood. Like, they had to take a vote because they had the 6 dudes, I think the Brams over there, that they was also family with the Brams. So the family goes deep. Like, to be divided, it reminds me of the Chicago flow, how the buildings were torn down and then it automatically divided knockers and to be in this or that, when before they was rocking all in the same building. Like, it was all, all under one charge, man, one vision, and that's to keep the safety, to be guardians, to be, um, man, not only survivors, but to be victorious, right? Not, it's not just about, we don't want to get picked on by big society. It's like, nah, we want to be victorious. You're talking Black Wall Street, right? You're talking about Israelites going to the promised land. So, man, I just want to say, shout out to the Bowmans, man. The Bowmans. Shout out to the Bowmans. Because they going to say something real important about the Bowmans, man. And shout out to y'all, Drop Nation, man. I know I've been doing quite a bit of, behind the scenes, man, just to get the infrastructure, man. Just, truly seeing clearly, making it just, I want this shining like a quartz, man. And, your patience, your love, your dedication, man, it just means so much to me that you allow Naga to, take a step back, or, take a step, to the right and just, get a perspective and come back and say, okay, and keep building. So I appreciate that, man. And yeah, I'm here. We here. We popping off. I hope you're enjoying the drop clips. because it's a lot to get in these dismounts. I want to make sure we got that reverberating in our vibration. So click on the drop clicks. It also supports our channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I might drop a 6 hour Prester John with no ads in it, right? But I might drop some clips, and that's going to help support our channel, man, and just our infrastructure, cuz. So click on the clips, support the drop clips, and rock the drop, man. Just know that, you know, the best is truly yet to come, and it's gonna be the most secure and pure water vision, man. And you know, it's just Drop Nation and everything you giving that's bringing all this to manifestation, and this is what we manifested. Whether they call it pushing peace or coding up or tribing up, I think tribing up is the same as pushing peace, but again, their peace ain't our peace. In terms of hijack city, the hijack piece ain't the Naga peace. Hijack peace means that you're in jail, that you're in captivity, yeah, that you're in bonds, right? And our shalom, or they say peace, we say shalom, shalom. Our peace means that, you know, we're going to keep our enemies in check. You know what I'm saying? That's peaceful to us. Them trying to keep us in check is their peace. Us keeping them in check is our peace. But we need our creator, right? So we coming back together, we tribing up, and I like how he broke this down with their internal situation, you know what I'm saying, happening right there. And, you know, in the streets of LA, man. Shout out to the Menlos, man. All the, you know, the whole neighborhood car, the whole Hoover car, all the cars, man. B's and C's, GDs and BDs, man. Shout out to the streets, man. And shout out to Street TV, because right here is where you're going to find the real ones. You know what I'm saying? Right here is where you're going to find that real vibration of change and real revolution is gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's, you can't skip over the streets and say you got movement, emotion, you know what I'm saying? Everything starts from the ground. If you're gonna knock somebody out, that punch, that kick starts in the ground. It starts with your footwork. It starts, the energy starts, you know what I'm saying, right from the floor that you have, you know, to, you know, generate through your body, man, to get to that fist to knock her out. It came from the ground, man. So we got to build this from the ground up. And I like just tapping in and paying attention. And I see a lot of real, you know, not like capery. This ain't no Cappadocia. These are real questions. They ain't over here saying, hey, we pushing peace today. They saying, hey, you know what's crazy is that we all family. And that's why I said shout out to the Bowmans, right? Because this is a strong family out here in these LA streets, and they about to explain it like this.
On both sides.
Oh yeah, you know the Bowman.
Bowman's.
Hold up, man. Hold up. Oh, they got a tax it now. They got a tax it now. It's all good. We're gonna get some straightening going on, man. Let me back it up a little bit. Back it up. Let's go.
We have brothers and cousins that split up, and some chose the, well, they chose the path of, no, we ain't gonna be with the gang, but they end up being in the gang because it's not trying to be in the gang, end up being a gang, but the ones that chose to not be in the gang end up being over here. The ones that say we with it went over there.
Woo! So he's connecting it with the Hoovers. I think he's talking about the 7-4. Shout out to all the cons, man. AI, man, because, you know, we're doing this in the spirit of love for real. AI for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's family. That's all. That's the whole moral to the story. It's family, man. So he's talking about the 7-4. And, you know, how all them is family, how the ones that was, you know, with that life, try to, you know what I'm saying, step out there off the porch, man, you know, or whatever the motion was, they was over there. And the ones that, you know, just wanted to, you know, rock their lives, you know, differently, moved over there. I guess, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to listen, trying to get the drop. But what's he going to say about the Bowmans? Because, you know, what happened was everyone got divided, everyone had to choose this and that. It seemed like they moved into all our territories and did the divide and conquer, whether we just talking the Genghis Khan, Prester John flow, whether we talking about the Tecumseh flow and how they split up the Nagas, the indigenous, to fight each other in this 1770 something, 1780, 1812 war, Tecumseh war. They always had us fighting each other. It's the same play. He gonna say it's the same family, man.
So, and then when it broke up, Now you got families that's broken up. You got family over here that's that's staying down with that, and it actually became bigger than family.
Now, are there some family names that are known on both sides?
Oh yeah, you know the
Bowman's.
The Bowmans, huh?
man.
So there's
They,
some Menlo Bowmans and there's some Hoover
Oh,
oh
for
Bowmans.
yeah,
sure,
yeah,
for
for
sure,
sure.
for
I
sure.
mean, with that last name.
With that last name,
But
that's like the biggest family.
yeah, that's
That's the biggest family. Shout out to the Bowmans, man. The Bowmans, man. You see, the crazy thing about these Bowmans is that they're shooters. You know what I'm saying? They pop them arrows off, man. They got target practice in their DNA, man. You know what I'm saying? They're frontline soldiers for real. They're protectors. They're guardians. Guardians of the house. Whose house? What house? I'm still talking about. I'm not- I'm still talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, the lost tribes of Andros. I'm talking about the house, the noble house. Shout out to Jesse Ben. .wordpress, the Rouge. Russia's named after. The Rouge, Clancy Andreas. We're talking all that, Ptolemy, Egypt, Greek, Iberian, Eber, Hebrew. We're talking Andros Island. We're talking Greece. We're talking Angios, Andreas, Greek. I'm talking this is tribe, right? We're talking the red thread, right? Yeah. The Andrews crest, right? So these nobles, these houses, they all connect to Israel. They all connect to Israel. So do unicorns, right? We're gonna get that for the dismount. So do unicorns, right? So do you, right? Okay, okay, okay. So the RUS or REWS. I'm just warming up for the pick series. Aqua Ty Bazaar. Shout out to Ty Battle, man. Br- Big Bruh Battle, what it do? They on the roll. Shout out to the cons, man. CJ Kyron, what it do? I'm talking about you, Andrews Island, California, right? Bahamas, Megals, Alex, Andrews, Alexander the Greats, everything they connected. Hyksos, 15th Dynasty King, everywhere the Hebrews were is connected to your title. You are the shooters for the house, right? You're the guardians. This is why the Bowman is the biggest family. When you talk about one of the biggest, what I'm saying, families in LA. When you talk Hoover, when you talk, man, all these neighborhood cars, man. I guarantee you, man, not just the Bowman name, but all your names are still here, connected to your nobility. Yeah, they got us on our base frequency. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, seeing each other as an enemy, right? But they had to get us in this situation because they didn't want us to be united. So when you start talking unity, when you start seeing these cons saying family, it's all family, something in you, something in enough of us starts seeing the big picture, man. Saying, damn, can we be family again? We're talking Tunisia, Morocco. She left family in many places like Tunisia, Morocco, Portugal, Spain, Hungary, land of Rus. The land of Rus is Russia. The land of the An Rus is Russia, which is all connected with the Americas as we've seen on many maps. As we've seen on many maps. God, yeah, man. So, you know, if this is North America, as it is, and this is South America, as it is, and this Strait of Anion will be the Bering Strait, and all this will be Russia, Manai, And what's it got to do with Arsareth again, right? Just and what's it got to do with the unicorn? And what's it got to do with Israel? The tribe of Israel, right? Oh, we need some translating. God. So, when we look at our nobles, I just click on one, and this one here, that's the Bowman flow, right? That's the Bowman flow. Shout out to the Bowmans. These are all tribes under the same house. Shout out to the Bonell, Buckworth, the Halliburton, dang, Halliburton, the Stewarts, so man. These are royal families. Did you forget? Yeah. We forgot about our king. We forgot about our queen. Yeah, man. The Feringhams, the Gordons. Shout out to the Christie family, man. The Fainham, Mordaunt, Panell, Pert, Shipley. Did you forget your family names? Nah, they didn't give you their names, but nah, they stole your names. This was all blurred. The Morgans, it said Morgan. Uh, I'll get a clear one of that one so I can shout out all these families as well, man. But you see it, man. This one's a little clear. Brockers, the Lindsay family. Yeah, man, look. All these families under one house. All these families connected with the lost tribes. All these families connected with the lost tribes. And what is Israel doing on the map? Okay, okay. Hey, all I'm saying is shout out to the Bowman. We're going to do this one at a time. I just think it was dope, man, that the king shouted out the family of the Bowmans. And we're talking about Andros and Andros Islands and what they say. We're talking about California, right? So it's a reason you're in Cali, right? There's a reason you're connecting to these lost tribes, and there's a reason why you are the shooters, man. Popping off these arrows, because it's what you do, but we out of code doing it against each other. You know what I'm saying? When you are the natural guardians that protect the royals, the royal house, man. Frontliners, man. Real ones, man. Real Nagas, man. I said shout out to the Bowmans. Shout out to the Bowmans. One more again, man.
Family names that are known on both sides.
Oh yeah, you know the Bowman.
Bowman's.
The Bowmans, huh?
Man,
So there's
they-
some Menlo Bowmans and there's some Hoover
Oh,
Bowmans.
for
yeah,
sure,
yeah,
for sure.
I mean, with that last name.
With that last name, that's like the biggest family.
Yeah, that's the one.
Where are there any 6-7 Bowmans?
No.
No. Okay. All right, so we gotta talk about the vlog.
Go get that drop, man. Street TV. The Bowmans, man. If the Bowmans could come together, then maybe we can get our unicorn back, man. Maybe we can get our unicorn back, man. What you mean, drop? What's this got to do with a unicorn? Well, let's just take it real slow for the dismount. Back to second address. We read this before. I'm having these epiphanies, man. I'm having these, realizations. You know what I'm saying? Just digging on it, man. It's second address, chapter 13. I'll leave the link. You got it, man. Okay. So those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their homeland in the time of Hosea the king, whom Shalmaneser the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. And if Shalmaneser is a title, like Nebuchadnezzar is a title, like Genghis Khan is a title, then this could all be popping off around the 1200s. I mean, that map we just showed, with Arsareth and the unicorn, that's like a 1600s, 1500s map, David Rumsey. So when did Genghis Khan or Nebuchadnezzar or Shalmaneser lead away the Hebrews captive? When did this Babylon thing take place? And where did they go? And where did they leave out of? And if it's our theory that they found us in America and that this is the land of Prester John, then they, you know, came and let us out of here. But where? And where did we go? Right? But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwell. And now again, we can be brainwashed by some people's perspective that this means America here, that, these tribes dwindled to America, the tribe of Gad in America, and America's their territory because it's a place where never mankind dwell. We know that that's not true, not in America. This is not a place where never mankind dwell. This is old world, ancient, big dragon pants, India superior. So now that that's out, where did they go, right? Where did these tribes go? That they might keep their statues that they never kept in their own land. We said we got out of code. We said they couldn't invade us here in America. They couldn't have found us here if we were keeping the code like we were supposed to, right? So we had to go somewhere else. These particular tribes, these 10 tribes, those are the 10 tribes, right? So these are the northern tribes being led out, Shalmaneser, to a place where no mankind dwell. Now, is it man or mankind? I mean, that's a whole nother, you know, pontification. Well, they never kept these statues in their own land. They didn't keep the code like this in their own land. That's why they got invaded, right? That's why we got invaded. Look. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passage by the river. They entered into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Arsareth. 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 And what's it got to do with the tribe of Israel? Managa, I can't make this up. These are two separate substantiating resources. We just doing our recon. And we saying, damn, is this, as we investigate, because once we say we investigating, you kind of got to get out of our way. You got to let people look into things that you can't say, don't investigate that. Y'all want to investigate Diddy? Y'all want to investigate my man Lil Durk? Y'all want to investigate all the other things? You're supposed to be investigating how to keep the code, man. Exodus 20 got us in code. Hosea 3 say search for HaWah. Then you search for Kandahwe. And then that's when you start asking questions. Where would you go that might take a year and a half to get to? I guess, are they traveling? Are they on foot? The same region is called Arsareth. And the Most High showed signs for them. The Most High showed signs. So wouldn't that be on the map where these people are? Wouldn't their name be on the map? And held still the flood. So that wherever they went ain't where they were, right? They went to a new place. Now that new place, this new country is not America, because they were already in America. Nah, they were already in America, right? This is North America, right? South America, leading all the way to Terra Fuego. Con, leading all the way to Terra Fuego. Why would it be called hot if it's Antarctica? And why ain't there any cap on Antarctica's chest bone? I'll leave that to another time. And why is Prester John outside the wall? Ethiopia, Prester John. I'll leave that to. I mean, where is the ice, my naga? And what's this got to do with the unicorn and Arsareth? Now that we understand, this is a place where no man dwelt. So they passed over through that country. There was the great way to go, namely a year and a half in the same region. It's called Arsareth. So just looking at this, with a dragonfly perspective, where were they found that would take them a year and a half to travel? However, they got there. you know, Either way, they're found. You know, any part or connection to these Americas, my nigga. And Arsareth is right past the Strait of Antioch. And look how it kind of, has this water boundary. Because they're talking about something about the Euphrates River, right? I mean, we just asking the right questions. Oh, and they entered into Euphrates by a narrow passage of the river. They entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. There's a lot of narrow passages of rivers around here. And again, what's this got to do with the unicorn? So, could it be? We just asking, could it be? That they were led out, you know, by Shalmaneser, Genghis Khan, Nebuchadnezzar, into, you know, a faraway land. But that doesn't mean they crossed the Atlantic. They could have just crossed the Strait of Antioch. And is this why it has Israel on the map? Again, those were the 10, or all the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their homeland in the time of Hosea the king, whom Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. Right, so all it says is that Shalmaneser took them over the waters, my not. Everything else will be conjecture that they give us in public school of where's east and where's west. We know they flipped our map. All it tells us is that he carried them over the waters. That doesn't have to be an entire ocean. He carried them over the waters. And again, what land is this, man? How come we don't talk about vacationing over here, right? There's all kind of lands that's like forgotten about. It's crazy. But are they still there? He took them over the waters and they went further into a further country. Just meant they kept going. Through what? Through Antioch? Ooh, some weird looking beasts. But then they get to the unicorn, right? And then they get to Israel. What's this unicorn got to do with Prester John for the dismount? Yeah, What's it say, man? The phrase, account of this we are called Prester John, for we are priests. B is a reference to a unicorn lying down by a tree and a lion going behind it. The unicorn is a mythological animal, okay, but it's on the map. It's on the map that has been associated with purity, man. So we talk about righteousness. We talk about Israel. We talk about keeping the code, man. We're talking about purity, purification, protection, and chivalry. Now we're talking nobility. And again, Ahab to the Bowmans. We talking the nobles. This is just a quick look, man. You dig further, but this is why we're seeing a unicorn next to Israel. And this is the connection with Israel and the land of Prester John. What? Yeah, man. Yeah. We're talking chivalry, protection, purity. The lore of the unicorn, I gotta dig on that. It says this unicorn has been sent to Alexandria, where Paradis encountered it as a gift to the great mogul from Prester John. So Prester John's over there sending unicorns as gifts. He's sending unicorn gifts, man. Come on, man. Yeah, we got a lot to dig on, man, with this unicorn flow. And again, the unicorn, also connects with this dragon flow. Sometimes they use unicorn in stores instead of dragons. They flip that as well. Unicorn tied by a tree. Unicorns and mythologies. There we go. We're going to get some more, man. Now that we understand that Prester John sends the great mogul, or, as a great gift to the great mogul from Prester John. Unicorns are sent by Prester John, man. And it's a symbol of purity. Purity. And that's why it's over here next to Israel. Or, the tribes of Israel. And this reg means regnum, like kingdom. And that's why we're talking Antioch, straight up Antioch. Remember Antioch? For the dismount. Yeah, man. Antioch. Antioch. Another perspective, another orientation when you talk Antioch, you know what I'm saying? And it connects to America. So when we sing Antioch, we know we're talking America. Man, it's multiple witnesses, multiple cartographers, multiple perspectives correlate, man. I just think it's all happening. When we talk Antioch, we talking America. We're talking Arsareth. We're talking unicorns. We're talking Israel. For through that country, there was a great way to go, namely a year and a half in the same region is called Arsareth. Then dwelt they there until the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come, the highest shall stay the springs of the stream again, that they may go through. Therefore sawest thou the multitude with peace. Woo. Do you see clearly? Wow. I mean, how will we know what's happening in these areas today? I mean, if I look at a map of Russia today, Russia map. Map of Russia. Give me that. Give me that. Yeah, man, look at this, man. Look at this, man. So the same little region here would be the same region that we're talking about here in the Strait of Antioch. It's just, different orientations of the map, different projections. We're talking AE aquidescent or azimuthal aquidescent AE, or you talking Mercator, man. But this is what we're talking about with the Strait of Antioch, which they turned into some Bering Strait situation, right? And all this Rus land is the same Rus, rocking with the Bowmans. The Bowmans is rocking with the Tau, rocking with the Royals, rocking with the tribes. And where did these tribes go? Where's the tribes of Israel? Where's my Nagas? Do you see clearly? The Rus. And what's this area? Is not, look at these little, I guess it's a river flows. I don't know, but this would be around the same area as we were talking about Arsareth. So, in other words, Arsareth is in Russia. Now, this don't have to be no super cold situation, I mean? It could be a whole different climate back then. And even now, you don't even know the climate right here. Like, what area would this be right here? Is really the question. If Arsareth is right here, that means it's right past the Strait of Antioch. Right? I mean, right. It'll be like right over here. Interesting, man. Very interesting. I didn't mean to get so mappy and all that, man. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm just wondering what they call it. Bering Sea, right? Bering Strait. So Arsareth on that map. Oh, they got the Kara, like the Kara Katai, the Kara Sea. And they're not going to put all the other lands that would be what they call North Pole. But there's all these other lands that we see on the map right there at that North Pole. Anadir. Instead of Anion, it's Anadir. Stop it, man. Alright, I'm not getting, they ain't labeling all this for a reason. That's what I'm really saying, man. Look, all this stuff is labeled over here. All this stuff is labeled. Oh, I come from Yagovitz, Novgorod. I come from Tula. All this stuff is labeled. When you get over here, there ain't no labels. Why ain't there no labels? Because they hiding Arsareth. I'm out of here, boy. I'm out of here. That's all I want to say. They're hiding Arsareth. They're hiding this connection with Israel, the lost tribes. They're hiding the unicorns, man. And that's why they don't want to label it. They don't want to put no labels right here. They don't want to label it. Nah, man. You gonna say drop going crazy? I ain't going crazy. They going crazy. They over here hiding us on our map. Yeah, man. It's all about perspective. And look what else they hiding around the North Pole. More land. More tropical land. Where X marks the spot, man. Hey, shout out to the Bowmans, man. Keep the unity flowing because, all the water is coming back together again. You know what I'm saying? The water is unified and we are the water. You know what I mean? So let's keep the unity talks going, man, in these streets because as we unite, our dragons unite, man, our spirit unites, man, and changes happen based on the frequency of the connectivity. What we do today can affect our ancestors 100, 200, 1,000 years ago. That's just in quantum physics, man. It's called quantum entanglement, man. The past can affect the future can affect the past, man. So don't think what you're doing is small when you have your peace talks ceasefires and all that, man. Like, it's all big. It's all huge because it affects the entire reality, man. It breaks us out this matrix and this cycle of death, man. They celebrate death today. They go from All Hallows Eve to Day of Muerte, Day of Death, to uh, All Souls Day. Like, it's a 3 day adventure, man. When it comes to these hijacks, they worship death, man. So when we choose life, you are breaking this matrix in half, man. And what else do we have left? What else do we have left but reality, man? So, Halal HaWah, keep connecting. You know what I'm saying? Keep the cross sticks crossing. Keep connecting. Keep, what I'm saying? Making new realizations manifest for real, for real. You got something that you're doing right now, go all in. You know what I'm saying? You got to take a step back, take a step back. You know what I mean? Like, really get a perspective. Everything you're doing is real. If it's time to take a break from this and that, make a real break. Do it for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? If it's time to pop off, then pop all the way off. You know what I mean? But make sure you're in code with it. And that's going to be your source. That's going to be your power, man. I appreciate you, Tribe. Drops right here, man. I'm right here with you, man. And the Water Macans for all your support, your AHOP, and your dedication throughout the years. We up. We all the way up. Allow.